All right, folks, how's it going out there? Rooster and 10, roostercb.com. And this will be a cool little mobile amp. I think somebody will find pretty handy here. It was featured in our big unboxing video where we unboxed all those boxes of stuff that came in here. But unmarked, unknown name, 400 mobile amplifier. You guys see what I see. I don't really have any background information on these. It could be possibly a TNT. Maybe made by Gray, one of their, little side projects they had. I'm not really sure. Now, we can assume it's probably got four 455 transistors in it, or it's got four 1446s. That is the guess. It does still have the rivets in the side of it. Like as I mentioned before, that's always a good sign when you see these amps that came riveted and they still have the rivets in them. It means they haven't been tampered with, and there's a good chance they still work. And that's another reason why I say it could have been made by Gray, because Gray notoriously, like their Gray 300s, they riveted the sides of them. So there's other amps that did that, but that's just a possibility. Probably a Gray, probably a TNT, but unmarked at this time. It does have sideband delay, which works for those that enjoy sideband, and it does have a receive preamp that also works. So everything works on this. Low, medium, and high, I also believe all three work. We'll test that out here in the video. And it does say 80 to 10 meter down here in the bottom. Now, am I going to guarantee this thing works on 80 meter? No. I can't really attest to how broadbanded this thing is, okay? Sometimes they put that on there and it was legit, and sometimes they put that on there just for their own legal purposes. So I can't really say for sure. But with that said, let's test this one out, and then I'll snag some pictures of it and get it listed up on the website. So we will start out on high power, and we're going to hit it with my Uniden here. Pretty safe radio to drive it with. We are at 15 volts, of course. That's where our power supply's been sitting for a while, so we'll continue that. So jumped up to what, 26 amps there at one time. Now we're hitting it with a pretty stiff dead key. That's about 80 or 90 watts dead key. But again, I want to test it thoroughly before we sell it to somebody, make sure it's not going to fly all to hell as soon as they put some drive in it. Realistically, I'd probably keep the dead key around 50 watts, 50 to 75 watts, but we're running a little bit higher. We got a 500 watt slug in here, and we're looking at the middle scale. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? About 150 average. They're on a high. And then PEP. Hello, how are you? 400 on the dot. And then let's go to medium on PEP. Hello, 300. And this is low, which low is in the middle on this. So that's pretty cool how that works, okay? You got 400 on high, 300 on medium, and then 200 on low. And that's what she does. PEP. And again, your average power on high. How are you? Right there at 150 or so. So again, if I had to guess, I would say that it's probably got four 455s in it, but it's a good running amp, no issues with it whatsoever. You know, drawing 25, 26 amps. Should make somebody a good one. Of course, it'll probably draw a little bit more if you hit it with a sideband radio. But I would stay, 35 to 40 watts PEP going in. A couple watts dead key, 1 to 2.5 watts dead key, probably plenty. Keep the dead key on it, 75 watts or less. I know we ran it a little bit higher in this video, but that's, just to test it out, make sure it's going to take it. Tough little amps, okay? Look, how many amps do you know built today that if they put rivets in the side of them would still have them in it 20, 30, 35 years later? Not many, okay? I sell new amps, and I can tell you, not many would. And I'm not saying anything bad about our new amps that are being built out there. These guys are doing the best with what they have to build with. But all I'm saying is, 20 years, 30 years from now, find an amp that was built today that's probably never had the covers took off of it and still running. Might find that a little challenging, just being real with you guys. All right, thanks everybody. Rooster and 10, roostercb.com. This one will go up for sale. Hope you guys enjoy. See you, bye.